Welcome to Lemon Branch DIY, the DIY home fixes that save you time and money. Today we're working on the truck again, and as you can see, I've got a couple big dings here on the wheels that I want to repaint, but they're just like little rock chips, so it's not like a big thing that you don't need to worry about taking it anywhere. I'm going to show you a couple quick fixes that'll save you a ton of time and some money. Let's get into it. Okay, so for the tools that we're going to be needing for this job, we just got some rubbing alcohol, and that's going to be to clean up the wheel just to get it ready for the paint. We've got some 220 grit sandpaper, and then we've got the actual spray paint that we're going to use. And I will leave all of this in the description down below, different links where to find this on Amazon. And then just some painter's tape, and then I've got some paper just to kind of tape off the area for overspray, and then a microfiber towel to apply the alcohol. I'm going to just tear off a little piece of the 220 grit sandpaper. I'm doing a pretty fine grit because I don't want to get too aggressive with it. I just want to be able to give it just enough of an abrasion to get the paint to stick. So you can see how I'm just barely touching it with the sandpaper. So I'm just going to kind of roughen up the area that I'm going to be applying the paint. So this is going to be really quick. I'm just going to get in and get out. You can see how it just barely roughens up that area. So we want a finer grit sandpaper just to kind of get that paint to grab. So I'll just kind of do that over in this little area also. And I'm going to stay basically inside the little chip. I don't want to go too far outside of it. So we'll just kind of do this for just a second. Now let's do the alcohol again, and we'll clean all this up. All right, so then we'll just take some more alcohol, and we will clean up the area that we just sanded. And you can see how, see that area right there? Even though I just did some sanding, it's mostly in the clear coat. Okay, so for this first one, I've just got everything taped off really good. You can see I just left the little area that we're working on just exposed. Everywhere else it's taped off. I used the painter's tape. I've got a nice clean line. We're gonna shake it up for a couple minutes, get it nice and mixed together, and then we'll just go ahead and start applying it. All right, one thing that's really cool about this particular paint, it has a couple different settings and different nozzles. So if you notice on the nozzles here, there's a couple different nozzles that are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it tells you on the back that number 1 is high output, number 2 is standard, 3 is low output, 4 is a vertical fan, and 5 is a horizontal fan. So you can kind of choose a couple different ways to apply this. I don't want to do too much, so I'm going to set this to the number 3. And how you do that, you just turn the wheel to get to the number 3. So I'm just going to use the number 3, and so it's a low output, so I can control it a little bit better. Just kind of spray that area just like that. Now I don't want to do too much. I want to get in and get out because we don't want it to drip. So that's why I went the low output. So we'll just come back in about a half an hour. Okay, so it's been about a half an hour, and I am going to come back and do another coat. So you can see how nice and glossy this paint is, but there's just a little bit that needs to be covered up some more. So I'm going to do another coat. Look how nice that filled that in. So we'll just give that another half an hour, and we'll see if that should do it. We'll move on to the next chip. Okay, so it's been about a half an hour. So what I did is I just moved the paper and just repurposed it down to this chip here. This just takes just a little dab, and that's all I'm going to do. We'll check it in half an hour. I wanted to show you, I've got a couple of these other chips right here in my wheels, and you can see how those ones are just, you know, they're like almost perfect circles, you know, as far as chips go. So let me show you another technique on how you can do this. I'm just taking the same paper that I used for the overspray, and I will leave a link in the description for these fancy applicator tips. You get 200 of them, so they're disposable, but they're various sizes. You get 4 different sizes. But let me show you how cool this is. So if you didn't want to tape everything off, you can take the same paint, and we're going to just make a little puddle right here of paint. So now that we've got that all in a nice puddle, we got a lot of paint to work with. I'm going to just take one of these tips, and we'll just go ahead and dab it right on But what's good about this is look at how I can totally control the paint right onto where I want it to be with these little applicator tips. But there we go. I just want to blend that in a little bit, and I'm able to do that with this tip. Okay, I just wanted to show you kind of the update of how that one turned out. So yeah, you can see it, but it's mostly the shadow. So if you see how I block the shadow there, it blends in really, really nice with the tire. It may not be 100% match on this black, but honestly, no one is ever going to even know the difference. So you can spend a fortune taking it to the auto body shop, or you can just do this for less than 10 bucks. From back here, you'll never see the difference. So you have to be up really close to be able to see it. All right, so now you've got your wheels all done. Turned out really, really good. Like I said, it may not be the most professional, but it turns out good, and you didn't spend a fortune. If you ever did want to, you can always strip that paint off and do it again to make it more professional. But hey, for less than 10 bucks, turned out really, really nice. So now that you got your wheels done, hey, check out my video on how to do the touch-up on the rest of the vehicle. So we'll see you over on that video.